This channel officially has a Discord server. Feel free to join. Link in the description. Hello everyone, this is Record of Ragnarok, the podcast about the manga and anime, Record of Ragnarok, and chapter 97 is officially out, and there is a lot to talk about. After Nostradamus oh so politely kidnapped Gol in the last chapter, we are now here with Gol meeting Siegfried, and she pretty quickly realizes that she is in Tartarus, also known as the Abyss, and she starts to freak out, but Nostradamus gives her some candy and just calms her down. I love what the artists do with Gol because it's so cute. So Nostradamus reveals that he has a pass to Tartarus because he is Siegfried's physician, which is a detail that I love because Nostradamus in real life was actually a very effective plague doctor. A lot of plague doctors didn't hold their weight. They weren't extremely effective, but Nostradamus was a real plague doctor, and he actually was considered one of the best ones. He had ideas that nowadays might seem commonplace, but at the time were extremely groundbreaking. Gol is a bit thrown off that Odin would allow Nostradamus to take care of Siegfried after locking Siegfried away, and Gol is kind of like, wait, so are you working with Odin? Like, is Nostradamus a traitor in the same way that Buddha was a traitor to the gods? And Nostradamus pretty much shuts that down. He is not a traitor. Siegfried says that Odin wants him alive, but that he needs Gol's help because he needs to prevent the resurrection of the primordial gods. Siegfried then begins to give us backstory, talking about the 88 primordial gods who created the world, the heavens, and the earth. Now, there were 4 of the most powerful among the 88. They were the 4 pillars of Yggdrasil, which, for those who don't know, is the giant sacred tree in Norse mythology. We have Ymir, we have Chaos, we have Satan, literally Satan, who looked fucking badass. I love how Satan looks. And then, of course, we have the big man himself, the OD, Odin. So there were the primordial gods, and then there were the deities that kind of coexisted, but one day, Odin kind of just decided, along with some other primordial gods, that, hey, these deities, get them out of here. Get rid of them. I don't want them anymore. There were 7 primordial gods who backed up the Yggdrasil and Odin, Satan, Ymir, and Chaos, but the other 77 deities stood against them. They were trying to protect the lower deities, and that led to a war itself. It was called the Twilight of the Primordial Gods, Ragnarok. And might I just say, the artwork in Record of Ragnarok is always impressive, it's always wonderful, it's always fantastic, but I don't know what the hell these guys did for this chapter, but it's even better. The artwork absolutely kicks ass. So it turns out the 4 pillars of Yggdrasil were ultimately too powerful, even for all of the other primordial gods, and you got just Odin cutting a motherfucker straight in half. You got Chaos, he's playing with, it looked like clackers. I don't know if you'll remember those, they were like balls on a string that hurt a bunch of people, and they were like toys. And then you got Ymir punching heads off, and then you got fucking Satan just fucking being badass with a scythe, just burn the dirt. Gosh, he's so cool. So the remaining primordial gods were like, yo, we're kind of getting our shit rocked. Maybe we need to work something out. So the primordial gods led all of the Yggdrasil to sort of an edge of the world sort of place, as sort of like a last stand, and Izanagi, who, if you will recall, last chapter healed Okida, even though Okida kind of fucking butchered his brother a bunch. He activates sort of this wormhole thing called the Weave of the Sealed Gods. It sucks up all the Yggdrasil, and while this happens, Odin just stares at Izanagi with like just a blank expression, just a death stare of like just staring into that man's fucking soul. And there's a lot of primordial gods that died during this, sacrificed themselves to seal the 11 Yggdrasil away, but ultimately the war was finally over. And Goal was like, that's not the story I heard. The story Goal heard was that the primordial gods, the ruler of the old world, were destroyed by their own destructive power. And then the rest of the gods created the new world, which were the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. But Siegfried's like, no, that's not what happened. What I told you, that's what happened. That's actually what happened. And, I know we don't know Siegfried that well, but I'll take his word for it. But turns out it wasn't over. Just before the seal was finally officially closed, Satan, the fucking badass, just standing there. He's like, oh, they're just avoiding trying to fight us. He don't give a fuck. He's got that laid-back attitude. I don't give a shit, and I love that. And he is essentially saying that, Ymir says that they're compressing the time, that's what they're doing, they're compressing time. Odin is then like, well, if that's what's going to happen, then we're going to have to leave behind all of our divine weapons, sort of. They're divine ruins, as they say. Now, the four pillars said that they gave their ruins and their divinity to a treasurer, and that those weapons, those treasures, they were released somewhere. So those treasures are called the four treasures of calamity. Now, this means there's a big-ass twist incoming. Odin that we have now isn't primordial Odin. It's someone, imagine, who got a hold of Odin's weapon, and now they are trying to bring back the primordial gods. These ones that wanted to destroy everyone and everything, they're back. And the one who found Odin's weapon was a sort of nameless god who searched and searched and searched, and he found the ultimate weapon. So he grabbed the weapon, specifically Odin's sword, and it infected him. Graham, the sword, infected, and it gave him immense power and wisdom, and so now he has sort of taken the temporary place of Odin, and he is now trying to bring back the primordial gods, which I hope he does, because I want to see Satan again, because Satan's so fucking cool. So Odin is not Odin, kind of. Well, he is, but he isn't. He's Odin. He has Odin's power, and he's infected by Odin, but Odin is sealed away along with Satan, Ymir, Chaos, and I think like 7 other people just kind of chilling right now. But now we get to the interesting part. Round 11 is revealed. It's going to be Loki versus Zemo. Bro, I've been waiting years for this moment, and everyone is acting like, oh, Zemo's going to lose. Can Zemo lose? Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely a possibility. Is he going to lose? I really don't know for sure. I'm thinking about making a separate video where I go into everything and talk about, is he going to win? Is he going to lose? The reasons he might win, the reasons he might lose. But ultimately, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's looking good for Zemo, but I don't think it's the ultimate death sentence that many people are saying. At the end of the day, I really just hope Zemo is awesome. I just hope he's really, really cool. And man, I am so excited, and I cannot wait for next month's chapter. What did you guys think of the chapter? What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win the next fight? I am super excited. Thank you so much for listening.